Welcome to Influence Weekly, the go-to spot for the latest beats in the influencer and digital marketing world. This week, we're unpacking some super interesting stories. We've got the lowdown on President Joe Biden making waves on TikTok, and what it means when politics and social platforms collide. We're also stepping into the high-fashion virtual world, where Coach is tapping both cyber celebs and real-life stars for a campaign that's all about daring to be different. Gen Z, they've got your number. And for all you content creators out there, we're talking money, specifically how you get paid. With the creator economy hitting its stride, ensuring fair pay is more crucial than ever. So sit back, plug in, and let's get into the nitty-gritty of influence and innovation. TikTok, the app you might associate with viral dance challenges and comedic skits, finds itself playing an unexpected role in the political theater. If you haven't been scrolling through the app lately, you might be surprised to hear that President Joe Biden's campaign is now lighting up the TikTok stage. The president's Super Bowl-themed video, a smashing hit with over 6 million views, standing as a testament to TikTok's burgeoning role in political messaging. But it hasn't always been smooth sailing for TikTok in Washington. Not too long ago, TikTok was the hot seat issue, grilled by both sides of the aisle during congressional hearings, with national security concerns at the forefront due to its ties with China-based ByteDance. Fast forward, and it seems the app has danced its way through the turmoil, doubling down on its lobbying efforts and cozying up with influential figures. I'm talking big names like Chuck Rocha, the Democratic strategist who's previously advised Bernie Sanders, and Jim Messina, former Obama campaign manager, who are both advocating that Democrats hop onto the TikTok bandwagon. So why this sudden embrace? Well, we've got to look at the hard facts. With 170 million monthly active users in the US alone, TikTok offers a juicy slice of the voter pie, particularly the youth vote. That's hard for any politician to ignore. The Democratic PAC Priorities USA even pays influencers to tout stories of Biden's victories and to rally the vote. Practical politics, eh? However, the union of TikTok and political campaigns raises some complexities, particularly with national security. Despite its political utility, TikTok remains a no-go on government-owned devices precisely because of anxieties over ByteDance's Beijing connection. It's a delicate dance of distinguishing campaign activities from official government business, using separate, non-government-issued devices for the app. Even as we speak, the administration is still scrutinizing the platform through the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, yet that didn't block Biden's campaign from marking its territory in the TikTok domain. Now to the multi-million-dollar question. What does this mean for TikTok's future in Washington and its handling of those pesky national security discussions? Some say Biden's campaign leveraging TikTok could muddle the waters, making potential regulation tricky. Are we looking at a scenario where political value translates to a softened stance on security fears? Time will tell. To complicate matters further, TikTok has made significant moves to safeguard U.S. user data, creating a separate entity for data security and transferring data to domestic Oracle cloud servers. Bold moves that show TikTok isn't just creating viral content, it's keen on crafting a new narrative in the face of security critiques. Ultimately, Biden's TikTok gambit illustrates how the platform's influence in Washington has grown. From virtually toxic to a player on the political stage, TikTok's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. But will this storyline have a happy ending? As with any good political drama, we'll have to wait for the next episode to see how this plot unfolds. In the ever-evolving landscape of digital marketing, the boundaries of reality are being pushed and prodded in exciting new ways. Case in point, Coach's eye-catching Find Your Courage campaign. This cutting-edge initiative pairs celebrity ambassadors, like the unstoppable Lil Nas X and Camila Mendes, with the virtual influencer known as Emma. Yes, you heard that right. A digital creation is shaking up the fashion world alongside flesh and blood stars, and it's making waves with Gen Z consumers. Let's dissect what's going on here. Emma, whose name derives from the Japanese word for now, represents the pinnacle of what's currently possible in AI and virtual personality creation. With her hyper-realistic features, Emma blurs the lines between the digital and the physical, challenging our perception of what's real. This campaign isn't just about showcasing the latest styles. It's a commentary on identity, self-expression, and what authenticity means in a world where the digital realm is an extension of our physical experience. What's fascinating about Coach's approach is that they're leveraging these virtual spaces where younger consumers spend much of their time. We're talking about worlds where you can control the narrative, where you can be anyone or anything. You can literally find your courage, just as the campaign suggests. By venturing into gaming platforms and utilizing pop-ups like the Coach Tabby Shop in virtual environments, Coach is meeting consumers right where their engagement is at its peak. In the campaign videos, we witness Emma stepping into the virtual abodes of each ambassador, learning about their superpowers. This is a clever way for Coach to symbolize the empowering nature of their brand. From Lil Nas X playing a giant game of chess to others showcasing how they take risks and break the mold, each scenario epitomizes the dynamic and transformative aspects of fashion. But beyond the glistening surface, Find Your Courage speaks volumes about how brands are addressing the quandaries of the younger generations, constantly wrestling with digital identity and authenticity. By collaborating with Emma, Coach isn't just adapting to Gen Z's language. They're contributing to its evolution and the ongoing dialogue about the barriers between the virtual and the real. Through this campaign, Coach isn't just selling a bag or a coat. They're selling a concept, an experience, and perhaps a new way of perceiving our multifaceted realities. And that, dear listeners, is the kind of courage that could redefine fashion marketing for years to come. A booming influencer economy signals a sea change in the world of marketing, one where creators are not just part of the strategy, but central to it. With the influencer market's value skyrocketing to an impressive $480 billion by 2027, according to Goldman Sachs, you'd think the compensation schemes for these influencers would be just as sophisticated. Yet the industry is often likened to the Wild West, unregulated, unpredictable, and untamed when it comes to the nuts and bolts of payment terms. Creators are on the front line, carving out new paths in this rocky landscape. Their tools? Negotiation and advocacy. Take Stephen Sharp, lifestyle and wellness content creator, who underscores the importance of setting boundaries in a landscape devoid of regulation. Here's the tricky part. Once a creator's work is published, payments can trickle in anywhere between 30 to 90 days post-invoice. But delays are not uncommon, which can leave creators like Jasmine Griffith following the threat of their payment for months on end. Griffith's response to this uncertainty is preemptive. She now starts her campaigns by asking for a deposit on work, especially if it bears a hefty price tag, a practice gaining traction in the industry. Let's not forget about JD Powell, whose inconsistent payments from brands led to a mortgage hiccup. Now she negotiates for shorter payment terms. More interestingly, she has instituted a 10% late fee policy, which increases monthly, because nothing says hurry up like a ticking financial penalty. And then, there's Joya Fodu, a voice actor and full-time content creator advocating for immediate payment processes post-publication. But here's the rub. She reveals that adhering to net 30 payments is rare, with the scales tipping more towards the net 60 mark. Despite these challenges, progress is simmering. Case in point, Whaler Talent experimented with interest payments for late invoices, striking a balance between supporting creators and ensuring commission payments. It's a delicate dance of financial pressure and creator empowerment. Yet it's about more than just timely payments. It's about respect and value. A staggering 74% of creators have ditched working with brands that treated them as lesser than, an impetus for the burgeoning advocacy groups like the Creators Guild of America. This guild has its sleeves rolled up, championing equitable pay and respect for creators. In the arena of influencer marketing, payment standardization remains the elusive golden goose. However, creators are no longer waiting for change. They're steering it. They're seeking fair play in an economy that is ever evolving, where the currency is as much about creativity as it is about compensation. And as these digital pioneers march forward, the hope is for a future where fair payment is not just an aspiration, but the status quo. And that wraps up this edition of Influence Weekly. We've seen the ever-expanding influence of TikTok in political campaigns, marveled at the merging worlds of virtual and celebrity influencers in fashion, and gained insight into the push for payment reform in the creator economy. It's a dynamic world out there, and we'll continue to keep you updated on all the shifts and shimmies that keep the landscape of influence engaging and ever-changing. Until next time, stay influential.